through the pain of booking the salaries using different transaction codes. This afternoon, everything will be easy peasy. We'll use only one transaction code, which is F-02. So let's start with the posting of incoming payments received from customers as advance payment.
Okay.
Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Can you see my screen now?
I saw your screen.
Okay. I don't have a sample transaction, but the entry is easy. So if you receive an advance payment from customer, your entry would be to debit the bank account and credit the customer code. Right. Credit accounts receivable customer code. So for example, document date, amount, the money was received on 1st of September. So the same document date, posting date on the date received, period 9,
Okay.
company code, then the currency. In what currency the money was received? For example, USD. Then for the reference, you can put whatever reference number is stated in the bank statement. Usually there is a PO number, then the document header text, the customer name. So debit account, the post key is 40. Account is the account code of the USD bank account. For example, 120, 720. For example, money received is 10,000 USD. Value date, same as the posting date. And the text, customer.
Sorry, this function we type in /02. Is it
F-02?
F-02.
This,
okay?
this is an all-purpose transaction.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, customer, and then if there's a PO number, then okay. This is what's important. You credit the customer code. So the post key is you select from the listing. It's credit customer. This one, customer. Oh, where's the customer? Should be incoming payment. This one. Customer
15.
credit. Okay, 15.
Okay.
And choose the customer code.
So it's 15, 25, 35. You see a pattern?
Okay. Do you have the how to say the table to record all the posting key number?
No, I don't have.
Don't have. You have to select. You have to consciously select from there, so you
From
know
here.
what you are. You have to understand and not just follow.
15, 25, 35 so far. 25.
So you understand that
40, 50.
logic behind it, yeah?
Right.
That's a lot more actually. Let's. Okay.
Okay. Then the customer code, for example, the S10. Then you just key in the same amount, the date, the text, then simulate.
But don't pause, yeah?
Yes. So it's only this like this. Very simple, very easy. Make sure that the debit and credit is equal.
Okay.
Do you have one from 6 months? You already posted. We show them the transaction.
Usually there's no advance payment for Simon Kutcher.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Okay. But so since you receive the advance payment and the invoice is posted later, Once the invoice is posted, you can clear the customer code. So to clear the customer account, the customer account. For vendor, you use F-44, right?
33, is it?
32. F-32. The screen looks the same. See, it's all the same. Only difference is the name, clear customer. So you key in the account code, customer code, then the clearing date, and then the period.
I
Current
see.
one. Everything is the same, except for the customer or vendor. Okay?
Okay.
So no more questions. We can proceed with outgoing payment, advance payment to supplier. So still the same, F-02. This one I have a sample. The payment to British Health. This one, British Health. This is an advance payment because the payment was made on 25th September, but the invoice is dated October 1. This is what I told Tao not to book the invoice yet because period 10 is still closed. So we cannot post that invoice. So we have to book this one as an advance payment. So the same logic, we use F-02, the date 2509. 2509. Company code, currency SGD, reference.
The code for this.
F-02.
Okay.
The transaction code.
Let's use
Okay, F-02.
okay. For income, for customer, and for
Same.
payable, same.
You can find the reference number in the payment advice. Here, reference number. 3503.
What is this reference? Is this an invoice number or the bank reference number? This 305.
This is the invoice number.
Invoice
This
number.
side is the invoice number. Yeah, which is
It tends to put invoice number,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually in the payment advice. I got it from because sometimes they don't provide the invoice yet. So client will indicate the reference number here. It could be the quotation number or PO number. Here they provided the invoice number. Okay. Advance payment to supplier is debit the vendor and credit bank account. So debit the vendor, post key is, we'll have to select. Could be 25. Right. 25 vendor debit outgoing payment.
15, 25.
Okay. Then the vendor code. I don't memorize the vendor code, so I search from here. VHB. British Healthcare. Then amount in SGD. Okay, take note that the invoice is in pounds, GBP 438, but it is paid in SGD 74405. In the payment advice, it is stated 744. It's approximate only, but you have to use the amount debited in the bank statement. This
really?
amount. Yes, I don't know why it's different.
You should include the bank charges also, yeah, Sheila?
Yes. Maybe this includes the bank charge.
The next one,
The full amount should include the bank charge.
No,
what?
The bank charge is 30.
Okay.
So it's
3739.6. But now I'm debiting the vendor account,
Oh, vendor
debit
card.
accounts payable. So it should be 739.60.
Correct, yeah. When you credit the
So-
bank, credit the vendor.
Yes.
Correct.
And this is BHBIA 3503. Then, since this is the invoice is in different currency, I also put the original currency or the invoice currency, 438.
thảo nó cái gì thảo vì tax á.
So debit the vendor account, debit also bank charge, right? Because there is a bank charge of 30. So debit bank charge. Post key is 40. Bank charge is 479. Enter. Amount is 30.
Put WBS, I remember.
30. There's a tax code required for bank charge. So it's P2. Then WBS element. Okay, it should be in the AP summary. AP summary. Okay. This one. Backspace. Then credit the bank account. Credit. Post key is 50. GL credit entry. For SGD, it's 127.10. Credit the total amount, 73960 plus 30, 7696. Backspace. Okay, debit and credit is equal. Can post. I post or you will post? You want to encode again? No need. No need, I'll post now. Post. Everything correct? Then later on, after you post the invoice, clear the vendor account using F-44. So we're done with outgoing payment, incoming payment. Now let's discuss the posting of bulk payment, one payment to various suppliers. This one, 15862.77. Bulk payment to various suppliers. There's one payment of 15862.77 paid to 3 suppliers. Region 12, Lerico, and Luther. Oh, this one we will use FB05. FB05. To record an outgoing payment to one supplier, we use F-53. To record outgoing payment to various suppliers, one payment to various suppliers, we use FB05. This one, post with clearing.
What did you say again? Can you repeat that?
FB.
I know FB05, but you said something to post.
One payment
Yeah.
to one supplier, it's F-53. Only one supplier.
Got it.
You can also use a B05 for one supplier, you know?
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, correct.
One supplier more.
One or more, yes, correct.
This 53 cannot cannot knock off several suppliers at once. You need to use
Yes. Okay, document date 25. Posting. Type. Then select from the list. It's ZP. Here. ZP is payment posting. 9 GD.
Yes, payment.
Reference.
Z is for payment. Salon.
Book payment.
Wait, jump.
And then the date paid.
Advantage.
Salon posted. So it's ZP.
Book payment. Then transaction to be processed. It's an outgoing payment. Usually I record the credit side first, which is the credit to the bank account. So post K is 50. Credit the bank account 127.10 for SGD. Amount paid.
Credit first for advantage, for convenient.
Sorry?
I mean, like you choose
Oh,
the
yes.
earlier than the debit.
Use the I
should
post
follow.
the credit first because
Makes sense.
when you post the supplier payment, you select from the invoices.
You will see later why she does that. Just be patient.
Just
Okay.
no.
Carry on,
yeah.
Sheila, and later you'll be clear to that.
Okay.
Why she does it this way.
So the validate and book payment to various suppliers. Okay. Supposedly, when we record the debit or credit, we use this next line item like post key, right? But since we're going to post against supplier invoices, we click this one, choose open items. The same way. Okay, company code. Then you change first the account type to K, which means creditor or vendor. Before you input the account code, because if you leave it in D as customer or debitor, you cannot choose the vendor accounts from here. What will be shown here in the search term cell will only be the customers. But what you are posting is the payment of supplier invoices. So you have to change this one first so that when you search, you will see all the vendors. Okay, first payment is Wei Jun Ling. I don't know the vendor code, so I just search the first 3 letters of the supplier name and asterisk. Okay, Wei Jun Ling. Then press enter. Okay, you have there the amount 112. Okay, Wei Jun Ling 12. Next is Lyrico. Okay, you still have a balance because the total amount you paid is 15. You applied 12 to one supplier. So to select another supplier, you click the mountain.
Okay.
Then choose again, open items, and then change the account to Lyrico. Lyrico, press enter. We have 21583. 21583. Next is Luther. Go back again, click the mountain, choose open items. Luther Corporate. Then all the invoices will be shown.
So does
Okay.
that question?
Yes, yes.
Why you credit first the payment? Because for the debit side, you need to select.
Clear.
Okay, it's now balanced.
Okay.
So
Simulate it.
shall simulate? Okay, credit the bank account and debit all the supplier accounts. Shall I post or you want to redo?
Do we have other account? I mean, the other similar transaction?
No, they only do this once a month. One
Let-
bulk payment.
Okay, then you cancel, let them do it again.
Okay.
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 Wait, we need to have fund transfer.
Ah,
Okay. Oh, Mrs. Said, can I also ask them to post the payment of partners' taxes?
Yes, yes. It's once a year, right?
Yes, once a year, but there's a lot of partners, more than 100 partners. But some of them were already,
And we
yeah,
have time, right? It's not something very urgent, right, to do it?
no. Actually, some of the partners' taxes were already paid in August.
Okay.
You see,
no,
this is my list I want to show. This is the list. Most of the partners' taxes were already paid. There's only a few of them.
no problem. Yes, they will handle it. It's not difficult.
It's like outgoing payment.
Yeah.
Posting
yeah.
is like outgoing payment.
Yes, yes. You have a few to show later, the partners payment, partner tax payments?
Can I show now also?
Or let them practice
Okay.
the supplier
The bulk
first.
payment first. Okay.
Yeah, let them do it. Who's going to do it?
yeah. So,
Let me log out first.
So, how present?
you already log out?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
Can I get a coffee? Is it easy to get? Other side.
Không không, cái này là bộ chứ em đâu có vô đâu, vô đây được không? Ý là làm cái bộ bà làm nhưng mà cái này cái trước rồi cái trước cũng ra luôn đây em sửa cái này là cái sửa này là sửa giờ mà trà sữa nó ra vậy bây giờ chị từ đầu đi chị từ em đi lên em ở cái này thôi em có cái ba của em sang này là cái ROH cái nó có dễ hiểu trong một cách sau một cách rất rất nhanh sẽ được chứ quen rồi như này em về phần này cái này cái này là Hi Sheila. Hello Sheila.
Sorry, I was on mute. Hi, Tao. Are you posting it?
Yes.
Have you logged in already?
Yes. The report is on 10.
You have posted already? Can you share your screen?
Ah. Just a moment. We haven't shared screen.
Share cho bên phải. Share bên phải.
Have you seen?
Được rồi.
Oh, yes. I can see now.
It's outgoing payment, yeah?
Yes.
SG.
Currency. The type, don't forget the type and period.
Every field with a tick, yeah? Called mandatory, you have to put, otherwise we can't go to the next step. KP. No, ZP.
Document name vendor.
Can you please copy also the reference in the doc header text box?
Name vendor. Name vendor.
Doc header text.
Doc header text below that.
Yeah, just copy the reference to the doc header text.
Cái này là lấy ở đâu ra vậy? Cái này là lấy ở đâu ra của Sela?
Put the bank account. Backspace. Backspace. Sheila has done all the heavy lifting.
Yeah. No.
No. Don't tell us. Remember what we do? That has struggled with it.
Choose open items.
Very important step.
No, cannot do that first.
Yeah. What is the most important step here? Don't tell us. Don't say anything, Sheila. What does D mean? D means account type D. D is for customers. Are we booking for customers? Are we vendors, right? It's vendor invoices. Yeah. Okay, then. Press enter. Okay, that's good. Now go to the mountain, climb the mountain. No, climb the mountain.
Cái bao tầng
No.
Vô sao? Chú hay sao?
And then the next one.
Only records.
There's another one, right? Oh,
I think you need to delete the account number first. That 7560. It has to be blank before you can search. Yes.
Okay, go to the marker again. Delete. Look up. Press enter. Okay, 0.
Yes.
And no, simulate. Always simulate. Okay.
Okay.
Pause here, Sheila.
Yes.
Pause.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then yeah,
2397.
copy.
Yes. Like
Close this window.
Okay.
Okay, done. I think let's move on to the next transaction.
Okay. Okay. The payment of partners' taxes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll share my screen now.
Okay, now we log out. Okay. We already log out.
Okay. I'll log in.
nhiều supplier.
Next is trying to pop up,
Partners, yeah.
like algorithm.
Okay. For in a partnership, it is the partners who are taxed in their individual capacity, unlike a private limited where the taxes is calculated on the net profit of the company. How do you say it? In a private limited company, it is the company itself that is taxed, right? But in a partnership, it is the partners who are taxed in their share of the profit of the partnership. It is not the partnership entity that is being taxed. So the liability to pay the tax is the partner's liability and not the liability of the partnership. So in this case, the company, I mean the LLP, Simon Kucher, will pay the tax authorities on behalf of the partner, because there are so many partners and it will be difficult. It will be like there's a lot of administrative work to monitor and ensure that all the partners pay their taxes. So to ensure that they all pay, the payment will come from the partnership on their behalf.
Got it.
Okay. And also, at the end of the year, the net profit will be distributed to the partners based on the profit and loss sharing ratio as reflected in the partnership agreement. Unlike in a private limited company where the net profit is retained until it is declared in the form of dividends to the shareholders, right? But for a partnership, there is no retained earnings. Whatever is the net profit at the end of the year is distributed to all the partners. So when we distribute the profits, our entry is debit this account. Actually, we also created retained earnings, but there is no retained earnings at the end of the year. The net profit is close to this account, then distributed to the partners. So the entry is debit retained earnings and credit a liability account, which we call members' interest. This one. So for example, a partner share is 10,000. And out of that 10,000, that is his share in the income of the partnership, right? He's liable to pay 1,000 tax. So our entry to record the payment of the partner's tax on their behalf is debit members' interest and credit bank. Okay. Okay, this will be the entry. Debit the liability account and credit bank. Okay. To record the payment of taxes, we use F-02. Okay. All of these are payment of partners' taxes on their behalf. So you can see here, payment to Commissioner of Inland Revenue from here up to here. This also, and there's also here. It's quite a lot, but not as much as last month. Last month was like 10 pages. Yes, because there is really a lot of partners. See all of these.
We become muscle.
There
So
are 100 partners.
let's start with this one. The name of the partner is Shikha. I asked the client to indicate the SAP vendor code. How do you call that? The partner code. This is the partner code. SAP. The partner account is set up as a vendor. So this is the SAP vendor code. This is the one, 2,000, 8,000, 121. It was paid on September 11, 2023. 7, period 9. 10 SA. Company code 10 SGD. Reference. Let me copy from previous. Okay. Reference. This is payment of tax for year of assessment 2023. Financial year 2022. Then for the doc header text, I write the name of the partner. This is 8,121. Okay. Post key. This is booked like an outgoing payment to vendor. So the post key is vendor payment, vendor debit, vendor debit, outgoing payment, 25. Okay, the account code is here, 1,121. Amount, tax. Client wanted us to indicate the name of the partner also in the text. And then credit the bank account. Wait a second. Okay. 319. Formulate. Debit 25. Okay, this vendor code is set up so that when it's posted, it will be debited to the member's interest account, to this account. That is the partner's code. And credit the bank.
One more time, Sheila. What did you say? This
The
vendor-
partner's code,
Yeah.
code is set up so that when it's posted, it will be debited to the member's interest account.
So this account is actually part of the retained earnings? No.
No, this is member's interest, a liability account.
Liability account.
Yes.
And this account is different from the vendor account for payroll, for example, right?
Yes, for payroll, it is set up so that it's
Account
debited.
vendor.
Okay.
The partner has vendor accounts and one for the salary and one for this member's interest.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And this is linked somehow to the retained earnings, where if you post debit here, it's also debited to the
Member's interest, liability account. The partners or employees will have different codes for the expense claims and a different code for the posting of members' interest and profit distribution. Okay. So I'll post now.
For my understanding only, so there is another entry which is generated automatically, which credit the partner liability and debit something else.
The members' interest. You debit the members' interest also, right? When you post here. So this.
Yes.
Account.
Yes, this is payment on behalf. Payment on behalf.
Can you show this automatic debit of the members' interest account? I want to see what is it like in SAP now.
That's the one that will be shown, Mr. Sai. It will be debited to the partner's code. But let me again post another entry. I will show you because I forgot to show you the accounting entry itself.
Yeah.
This one. Tax. The name is 2,128. Since the name is too long, I only take the first name and the last name. Nicolas Zarb. Nicolas Zarb. Okay, this is 25. And the account code. I mean the partner code. 128. You see, this is a GL account. This is the account that is debited 179, 140. This is the one 179, 140. Members interest.
This is the control account.
Yes, the main GL account.
GL account, and so all these accounts are sub accounts.
Yes, correct. Just like the vendor supplier account.
I think I remember now. Remember the implementation? We discussed this a lot with.
Yes, you were there during the implementation and the migration.
Yeah, was a big headache, and then we decided to have it structured this way. Okay, now I understand. 3 years ago.
Yes. Yes. And for it to be posted to the capital account, we have to use the GL indicator, special GL indicator.
Correct.
We use the same partner code, but there's a special GL indicator. But I don't want to discuss that now because they might be confused.
Right. Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, understood. Go ahead.
Then change the name. Okay, but when I click simulate, you will only see the partner code, not the main GL account.
Okay.
Okay. Can we park? I'd like to check if we can park. We cannot park F-02.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, there is no button here.
No, you can't.
So they can continue with the post fee?
Yeah, yeah.
This,
How many more to go?
let me see how many. 3, 4. 20, 19.
No, they're not going to do everything with you, but can they do 2? Maybe 1 each, yeah?
Okay.
1 each. And then the
Okay.
rest they put your own, okay?
Okay,
You just watch 2.
I will log out now.
Yeah. Okay. You do 1 and sorry, you. I think you're going to do 1.
Okay.
It's scary.
Stop sharing. I logged out already.
Okay.
Chị làm từ từ nha, chị chen theo như vậy. Chị cũng chưa chị làm từ từ nha, để em cắn người đó. Em mở cái băng ở cái nhà đây. Use this Ủa mà nãy giờ thấy cô để HD với chị. HD USD chị. Nè cái này vào không? Chị số cái này vending Ủa cái này là CDM hả? Cái này là ARM phải nó không? Là lấy cái này không mà thấy là chị làm cái giảm sai này hoặc đi cái giảm này theo cái phần thành cái phần thành nhiệm tự nhiên chính thành cái mail này
It's dated 11. September 11.
thì em nhát cái khung không được nữa.
Document date is September 11.
Change the date.
September 11.
The date, change the date.
Ủa September 11 là của tháng 9. Còn cái này là 29 hả? Em ký được chưa? Cái này là chưa? Đây. This one. Cái này là em OB03 hả chị?
Gửi những cái file qua trong địa chỉ.
File gì ạ?
File là sau kê á.
File đó xong em một số này.
Cái nhỏ số cái bọc là
Giờ buổi sáng nên em
The name of the partner, the reference.
nên em cái là sao?
Is it for this one?
Cái đường đâu nó
You are, go back to the bank statement. Which one is it you're doing?
mở cái file đó.
mình download từ email qua.
Từ lại đi.
Go back to the bank statement. You can see the bank statement.
Email của anh gửi.
Rồi em gửi rồi đó.
Save vào save folder đi.
The third one, Guillermo. I already posted that. Yes, I posted that already, and the second one. You
Now-
post the third one. Third,
Yeah, this
Guillermo. The one after that,
The one after the GMO.
after Nicholas.
GMO, yeah, that one. Is it enough?
So I sent you the partners listing just
Yeah.
now.
So you go to the partner, the Excel,
Yes.
the Excel.
Email mới nhất.
All these should be on the shared drive, right? You should open the one on the shared drive and not open because you may need to do updates.
Sheila, you just send via email.
Just now. So I think you need to refresh.
Refresh.
Em trả luôn khách hàng tiếp theo của chị á. Sao chị ở với bà? Hay mà, hay mà. Kiểu như là nó kiểm soát chặt chẽ luôn á.
Số số
You search using the vendor,
Yeah.
the code,
The vendor code.
because some of them have the same names.
Yes. Such using the vendor code.
cái sao cái này
You can take the first and the last name. Oh, that the reference is tax FY. Can backspace? Now the partner's name will be in doc header text. The reference will be tax YA 2023. You can backspace, click backspace for the reference. Yes, tax YA 2023.
Tao đi trước.
Twenty-five. Sneaky 25. The vendor number.
First and the last.
hết chỗ rồi em.
Is that okay?
Yes, okay. It should be okay. Yeah, credit
Bank.
bank. $127. Backspace.
Backspace. No need to do that. Backspace.
72567. Value date. Enter. Finally. Okay. And post. Copy document somewhere.
Em chưa biết là cái gì này rồi. Cái này nó chị sẽ hẹn nó lại nữa, tại này nó chưa tải về máy, chưa tải về máy cho nên chị sẽ
Sẽ lại nhưng mà Thảo làm gì làm tiếp thì là xong.
em tiếp
Cái chậm chậm gì
anh thấy em quên làm không? Ví dụ em chính SA đúng không? Sao lại em thấy
nãy em còn ác rồi đó.
tuyệt vời. Này được
Đây đúng rồi. Bấm để cho nó nhớ đổi lại.
first name, last name.
Giờ thấy cái cốt.
Em định tên
Không dài đâu nên điện này cái đầu đi.
của em làm sao? Em em tay rồi.
Press enter.
Enter.
Next up.
That's a more.
No.
TXT.
Bất kỳ là sự liên toàn gọi là
I think I copy from the top.
Enter. Enter.
Backspace.
Stimulate.
không số tiền
Backspace. Backspace.
She forgot that one.
Next.
Thứ hai
Peter Harms.
Peter Hams. Center.
And simulate.
Okay.
Okay.
Post này hả?
maybe boss.
Yes.
Okay. Then
Okay, we're done.
do later.
Thế chị lại cứng người luôn.
Okay, thanks. So are you going to continue posting the partner's taxes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. When do you need this to be done? Do we until
Until end of the month? Friday or Monday? Tuesday?
until Friday? Friday.
Okay.
This Friday, okay.
By this Friday. Okay. By Friday we'll get it done.
Okay, thank you.
Anh làm
You want more or
We will do it later. It's okay.
okay, another transaction?
Yeah, please.
Okay, you can stay with SAP. I will
Okay.
we will use the same transaction code F-02. You remember there are times when we receive government grants from IRAS or CPF, like government paid leave and S-Pay, wage credit scheme. Have you recorded that in or for our other clients? For other clients, you have recorded that, right?
I think maybe they have not come across that yet. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes we receive that. So usually for our other clients, we credit to other income. So we debit bank, we credit other income.
Can I interrupt you? I mean,
Yes,
F-02
necessary.
is good, but it can actually become quite complicated, there is, for simple transactions like this government grant, why don't we use FB50?
FB50?
Cannot? Because
If
it's all GL accounts, right?
yes, if only GL accounts, we can use FB50.
You can use
But
FB50,
yes.
it's easier, and you can also create templates, for FB50, whereas this one, you have to post with reference.
Yes, correct.
So
But
I tried possible. I tried to use FB50.
but
Yeah.
Mrs. Side, but if I need to use vendor codes, customer codes, I
Then-
cannot use FB50
Yes, I understand. That's why I say if you can use,
GL accounts yet.
use FB50. Or else
Yes, okay.
so like this one, for example, you don't need it, but I think just carry on because they're also now comfortable with FS02.
For which one? The posting of government grants?
And run, yeah.
Yes, we can use FB50 and F-02. And then the good thing with using FB50 is that you can already see the debit and credit in one screen.
And you can also create templates, yeah.
Yes, which you can copy also.
Copy, yeah. Because it's good to show them also.
Yes.
You try FB50?
Yes, but I don't have a sample transaction.
You don't have?
No, I don't have.
What is
It's just that for okay, to book the government grant, usually we credit to other income, but for Simon Kucher, we credit to an account which they call salaries government grant. You can see in the FS.
Okay.
Wait, let me see.
With FS02 because you are more familiar with that, yeah? Okay. Right. Go ahead. That's
So you have a copy of the FS, right? You can see that it is under staff expenses. It's 430015 salaries government grant. That is the reason why it's in the negative because it is posted to the credit side. So instead of other income like the other accounts, other clients we have, we credit to salaries government grant for SKP. Okay, only that. Then I still have one more. Do you want this or we're done?
Unless, the other one is which one?
The fund transfer from a non-functional currency to another non-functional currency, like from USD to Euro.
Do you have a lot of those?
I don't have a sample transaction now.
Maybe not, lah, you know, just,
Okay.
yeah, I rather do with an actual example.
Yeah. And
Maybe
they might forget. And then this
Yeah.
does not usually happen also, maybe once in 3 months.
Yes, then I think better not take the risk, lah.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
mess. When I do it also, I have to refer to the previous post if I forget.
Yes.
You probably will mess it up.
Okay, so we're done. So what will you take over?
This
Salaries?
government grant, I think it's okay, right? Posting
Yes.
Yeah.
It's easy also.
Sure.
Yes.
So I think you
Log out.
yeah. You take over, yeah, Sheila?
Yes.
And then that will be the last one.
I log out already.
No, I'm done already with the SAP training. But I'm asking you, what are the transactions you're going to take over from me? The salaries, clearing
but
of expenses,
you mentioned the government grant.
government grant also.
Yeah, there's none to show, is it? This
No,
one?
there's none.
Oh, I see. Okay. Did you post in the past? Maybe you can show it how it's
Yeah,
posted.
okay.
Just show the couple entries is good enough.
Okay, let me log into SAP.
And after that, we go into this sheet and
And after that is finished, then we discuss
Yes.
going to take over.
let's discuss this one. Right? This is assignment.
Oh, the assignment.
I mean, like which tasks I be assigned to in
Okay.
later after
this.
yeah.
Ủa, vậy đâu có năm nay này hôm nay có còn đâu.
Phải dùng làm mấy cái món này mà chẳng qua bạn interesting.
How do you know how to generate the GL? Like 1 GL if I want to see the GL for salaries government grant. Do you know how to
But you show us.
find it? Okay. So I go to FS10N. There are two transaction codes you can use. I will show you the first one, FS10N.
Oh,
Okay, account number 430015. That's the account for this salaries government grant. SG code 10, SG10, 2023. Then execute. Okay. You will see here the debit and credits made per month. So I double click on the amount. Then you will see this transaction. Double click. So you will not double click. You click on the display document, the specs. The mountain. So this is the entry. Debit 440 bank account, credit salaries government grant. Then this is for the NS pay. And since this is something related to personnel, you need to input also the cost center. Okay, is there any question? Oh,
I don't have it yet.
Okay,
okay.
all
Okay,
right.
okay, another way of checking the GL is using FBL 3N. 3N. So the GL account, this looks like the FBL 1N for payables and FBL 5N for receivables. You see the GL account line. So for example, you want to see the postings from January 1, 2023 until August, then execute. So you will see all the postings here, like the GL from January to. Then you double click on the line so that you will see the double entry.
I see.
Okay. So we're done.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
So you will take over the posting of salaries and the
Yes.
clearing of
Yes.
expense claims versus the payment.
Right.
Yes.
And outgoing payments, advances paid to suppliers
Yes.
using F-02.
Yes. Yes.
We don't usually have incoming payments from customers, so if in case there is, but for the last 5 years, I haven't come across incoming payments.
And then I think that one, keep it with you, like, yeah, okay?
Okay.
Because we do it so rarely, yeah?
Yes, do not forget. Okay.
We leave that with you. And it's only once every 5 years.
Yeah, haven't come across.
If we
And
get
the
it, we'll throw a party.
bulk payment.
We once every 5 years.
Yeah.
Once have a party.
Bulk payment also? One payment to various suppliers.
Yeah, that one you showed us, yes. I
Yes.
think,
Yes.
of course. This one we should.
Then payment of partners' taxes.
Yeah. So the blue ones are handled by Vietnam, yeah?
Yes.
Only the rest are still handled by you, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. That looks good.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything else? I have a question.
Yeah.
I have an incoming payment from a customer in Vietnam
Mm-hmm.
for Simon Kucher.
Oh,
Okay.
and
The invoice amount is 240. Amount received is 216,600. I asked client why there is a difference. This is what the client replied. There is VAT 5%, there is CIT. What is CIT? 5%. So net payment is 216,600.
So, and
CIT means corporate income tax. And look at this table. I believe this is a FCT. I mean, like for foreign contractor tax.
So
This
this
is
is withholding tax?
Yes.
Contractor foreign contractor tax.
So this is withholding tax. They
Yeah,
will not collect the difference.
Right. Withholding tax, the Vietnam party keep this portion and pay on behalf of the contractor.
So what will SKP receive? They will receive a certificate as proof?
There is a tax declaration, but it is in Vietnamese.
Oh,
So
I need that for like
there is
tax deduction.
They also have the tax payment record too. So you may request those too.
Okay, so that means we cannot collect the difference of 11,700. Instead, I will get the certificate.
Right.
Correct. Okay, so I will request client to ask for the certificate from the Vietnamese customer so that
Correct.
we can close this invoice.
As the expense, yes.
Okay, so the difference will be debited to withholding tax.
be careful, yeah. You know what, how withholding tax works, right? You pay withholding tax in Vietnam, in Singapore, you are able to claim it from the Singapore government. It's a tax credit, in other words. So is it a tax credit?
Tax
Credit in
credit.
Singapore?
Yeah, city.
Can we claim it?
I'm not sure. Is it
If we
possible
have
to
a
If it is
I-
withholding tax, it should be possible if it's really withholding tax. Whereas if it is not claimable in Singapore, then you should book it as an expense, yeah?
Yes.
So even if with the tax certificate, what can we do something with it in Singapore? Can we, because Simon Kucher is profitable, can it be offset against the tax?
For VAT under Vietnam law, it is possible to deduct the output tax.
No, I'm not talking about from the perspective of Vietnam, from the Singapore perspective.
Because
You-
I'm not sure the Singapore law side, so I just share the Vietnam common practice for your reference.
Yeah.
So if possible to claim, I think possible to claim the VAT part.
No, not VAT.
Cannot.
Cannot. VAT, I'm very sure, no need to check, yeah? VAT cannot claim, not in Singapore. If you pay VAT overseas, it's not claimable in Singapore. But withholding tax, yes, may be possible.
So this withholding tax comprise two tax, VAT 5% and CIT 5%.
No.
Yes,
withholding
correct.
withholding
Correct.
tax. No, don't confuse the two. This VAT is VAT. I think the CIT may be the withholding tax. So the only thing which is claimable is the CIT 5%.
In Vietnam, withholding tax comprise two tax inside.
Nhưng mà Singapore not is considered một loại tax form của mình giàu. I think it will depend on the regulation about the double tax avoidance.
I think check with the tax team, Sheila,
But
in
it's,
Singapore.
Okay.
But whatever it is, ask for the certificates for both taxes, and then give it to the tax team and ask them to advise accordingly.
Okay. But for now, I will record it as withholding tax. Withholding tax as expense.
Yeah. Or the withholding tax is an expense account, is it?
Yes, as an
Oh, then
expense.
it just put it to expense account. It's not easy. Okay, I think.
Okay.
Okay, receive.
Then this is done. Is there anything else from your side? Thank you for that advice.
Okay, anything else from her?
No, we don't have any other questions, Sheila.
Okay, thank you very much.
Can you send the spreadsheet?
Yes, the new allocation, which
The updated one,
portion
yeah?
taken by Vietnam.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Sheila.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Because if we want to claim withholding tax in Singapore, we will need a certificate from the overseas party, from the tax authorities.